Life is fleeting, as is victory. In these chaotic times, only the strongest can survive the storm that ravages China. The weak are not so fortunate. Outmaneuvered and isolated, a faction was crushed into oblivion. But the phoenix may ever return from the cinders.
Well, the last I checked. Well, the last I checked. Well, the last I checked. The property manager, like, she's a property manager. I know all these people that work for people. Property manager, like, she's a property manager. I know all these people that work for people. I would hire these people. She's a property manager. I know all these people that work. I would hire these people. You telling me? Oh, oh, okay, 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 okay.
Ready for forced march. The strong prevail.
Okay, whatever. Oh. Oh, he has no past loyalties. He's brave, he's kind, he's honorable. Mm. Ah, the light in the dark. Ah, I love it. I love it. The lights in the dark.
The absence of
The
people
darker
is
the times.
indicative of China's
But I
sickness.
can't afford. Can't afford them. Mm. I can get rid of the thief. Yeah, yeah. He's actually on assignment. Shoot it. Maybe we'll see. Let's see what's up. Everybody's in New York, man. Like,
Your population has grown so large that harvesting food is now a priority. Expand your territories to secure more farmland or build and develop more farms.
Hear spring's song, sung so sweetly. Today, we remove a threat to China! Wipe them out!
yep, going another season. No food. No food. Another season, no food. Yep, that public order is killer. That public order is killer. I could use an administrative though. That is, oh man.
People are migrating here, but there is still more work to do.
No taxes. No taxes, everybody. That public order is like, rebellion. Rebellion's coming. You're not happy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Just because I'm not in New York anymore doesn't mean I don't talk to anybody.
For order!
Yeah, I really want this guy. He's 17 too. Like, he's so young. My son is only 8. Uh, uh, yo. It's like I found a puppy and I really wanted a puppy, man. I wanted that puppy so damn bad. I wanted this puppy so bad, man. I wanted this puppy so bad. It was like, oh, he gives me 2 public orders.
show fury.
Where's my boy? Oh, he knows nobody. He knows nobody. He's just the light in the dark, is what he is. That's beautiful. He was a lost puppy, and I found him, and I said, "You're mine. You work for me now." It was just a beautiful puppy.
Crush them!
And I hired him, and so that improved our relationship. So me and the Prince are tight, man. Me and the Prince are tight. Yeah, yeah. Me and the Prince are tight now. We best of friends. We best as the friends. Damn, that was just a rebellion. I'll be your friend. I'll be your friend, most definitely. Oh yeah, most definitely. Oh, so you're in like, ooh, I know where you're at. Hmm. See, I like hiring people like that that have no loyalty to anyone because it doesn't reflect my relationship with anybody else. I hire somebody of like legendary. He's a legendary person, realistically, and it doesn't affect my relationship with anybody up here because he was young. He was only 17, and I picked him up at a young age, and it's like, hey, what's up? And like, you know, like my thief had no loyalty to anybody, so like my thief was just like, hey, you work for me now. Gotta pay these fucking people, but like, who's my administrator? I haven't picked one yet. Yeah, I really need this. But it costs 250 just to make him that. I can't afford that. I can afford to hire him. I can't afford to give him a better
Attack!
position.
Cut them
That
down!
salary be going up. Like my salary. What is my salary? What is my salary alone? Like what do I pay myself? Like what are my expenses? 1100. 1100. And that's not even my salary. That's just my army upkeep. 1100 though. Like I take 1100 out of this budget with my military. It's cute.
No
And then with everyone
mercy!
else was it 2200 altogether. So without the military, I'd be making 2200 more a turn. But yeah, I want my lady to be my administrative here, man. I want Lady Brian, Lady Ben, Lady Bon. Gotta be my she gotta be my administrator for my camaraderie there. As soon as she gets off assignment. The women run the land. I just fight the battles. Oh, he's willing to just we're just gonna take it.
Here we begin. Let us fight to the end.
The forests grow, the plants blossom, and war comes.
Do not hesitate. Victory must be achieved.
Let's go get this money! And I drove the same road for 8 years, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And every single time when I drive, I ask myself, God, when am I gonna stop driving the same road and start driving a different road? It took me 8 years. 8 years to quit that J-O-B. And if I can do it, so can you. And it took me so long because you guys gotta understand, I'm a high school dropout, no formal education. I wasn't surrounded by entrepreneur people. And so, I have the JOB mindset. So it took me a long time, to get out of that. So, you know, so for those of you who thinks like everything like happened overnight, let me tell you, it took me a very long time. And there's a saying that it takes 10 years for an overnight success. To me, what that means is if you decide to start your journey, just think that it's going to take you 10 years, all right, to get to where you want it to be. Most so quickly, and that's how you stay.
Yo, and I just heard I heard from a billionaire. He's a millionaire, man. That's a millionaire. Yo, the mindset from a billionaire to a millionaire is, man, like the mindset between, and they don't talk about it much, but the more you pay attention just to like from $1 million to $1 billion, completely different. Completely different. It is completely different. Two different mindsets completely. People look at a millionaire and it's like,
Your
man,
troops can be ordered to
and then
skirmish
people
with
look at
the
a
enemy.
billionaire
Units
and
with
they don't
missiles will
understand.
move to stay out of reach of the enemy while harassing them.
Sitting there a billionaire, sitting there a billionaire realistically, but you gotta pay and you take care of so much, like when so many people that like work under you, and then you have to like make sure the business doesn't fall apart. It's just a lot, you can be a millionaire by yourself without really hiring anybody, or just working with like two or three people.
Swords
But then like by the
sharpened.
time you're a billionaire, like you're
Prepare.
literally you're running something that's just
Spears
bigger than yourself,
ready.
really. It's not
Ready.
even like it's not even up for debate.
The time has come! Take heed, warriors!
People look at $1 billion and be like, "Oh, I wanted that," and they'd be like, there's a lot of responsibility between like a millionaire and a billionaire. That guy's a
Attack.
millionaire, and it's like it took me 10 years to get here. This with his like education
Stand
alone.
ready!
Make ready.
Uh,
The time has come!
It'd be nice to work with a bunch of millionaires though. Oof.
Prepare.
People want to like be millionaires, and it's like you can just work with them.
Forward.
Like they're a little bit
Make
easier to
ready.
work with,
Ready.
and then like it's easier.
Steel
It's just,
yourself.
can't explain it.
Stand ready.
Archers can be deadly support troops. They have a long range, and if flaming arrows are available, can cause panic among the enemy.
Stand ready. Run. To attention. Go. Go. Quick march. Take heed, warriors. Prepare. Double time. To attention. Steel yourselves. To attention. The time has come. Take heed, warriors. Quick march. Blades. With speed. Ready. Attend. Faster. Make ready. March quickly. With speed. At the ready. Move out quickly. Double time. Make haste. March quickly. Feel yourselves. Go. Go. Move out quickly. The time has come. Attend. Steel yourselves. Hurry. Run. At the ready. Attend, swordsman. Make haste. Stand ready. Attend me, spearman. Run. Stand ready. Double time. Make ready. With speed. Make haste. To attention. Take heed, warriors. At the ready. Take heed, warriors. To attention. Feel yourselves. Prepare. Attend. March quickly. To attention. Hooray. Take heed, warriors. Double time. The time has come. Quick march. Prepare. Faster. The time has come. With speed. Make ready. Make haste. Move out quickly. Hurry. Crossbows, stand ready. Ready. Prepare. Move out quickly. Make ready. March quickly. At the ready. For China. Make ready. Into formation. Run. Run. The enemy unit flees. What cowards. Strike. Do not relent. Unleash fury. To battle. Ready. Attend. The time has come.
How do you stop? What's the command to stop? X, please.
Wait for orders. Halt. Feel yourself.
No, this is outnumbered and outmatched. We got 200 men left? Whoa, 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 whoa,
It
whoa,
could
whoa, whoa,
end
whoa, whoa,
no
whoa, whoa,
other
whoa.
way.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I could have slaughtered like another 150 men before like he was left with that much. Uh,
I value true talent.
If you have a food deficit, your people will have to rely on local reserves. Once they start running low, public unrest will start to grow, eventually leading to rebellion.
too bad we're getting. Oh, no way. Okay, no, that's all right. Too bad we're getting taxed again. That uh, yeah. Wow, she had another child. My woman just laid up and was just like, "Yep, I'm having another baby." Oh, but you know what I can't do? That's my hair. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I got a daughter. It's a boy. It's a boy. I got 3 boys. Boy, oh boy. You know what happens when you have a boy? You got generals. You got fucking generals. That's what happens when you have a boy.
Show fury.
Too thinking too hard. Thinking way too hard here.
Cut them down.
Thanks.
Today, we remove a threat to China. Fortune smiles upon us. Let us not squander opportunity.
Yeah, we can't be having. I can't believe I just read that on my email, man. It's like
They are a blight on
you have to
all of
strengthen
China.
the anti-corruption efforts.
Our duty remains, even in this savage heat.
Department of State, 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 Department of International. What? Hello? No, we can just go tomorrow. It's actually late. Yeah. All right.
Remember,
Yeah,
we
we can
do
do that.
everything for China. Everything.
All right, I'll talk to you. Uh, like clothes detergent and trash bags. Clothes detergent, like clothes detergent and trash bags. Yeah. I'll check. Yeah. All right. I'll do that now. Yeah. Mm, that's it. Gotta wash my own ass, wash my own clothes, feed my own stomach. I do everything myself. I'm just getting financed. But the best thing to do is just be appreciative of everything. I think a lot of people will just go through a lot of shit, aren't appreciative of everything. Uh,
Take heed, warriors! To attention! Attend!
Take heed, warriors!
how would I?
Mounted soldiers! Ready! Stand ready!
You have initiated the attack, and as such must drive the enemy from the battlefield to win.
Spears to hand! At the ready! Make ready! The time has come! March quickly! Double time!
Make ready! Prepare! With speed!
Spearman! Form up, warriors! Hooray! The enemy unit flees! What cowards! With speed! Prepare! Into formation! Faster! Run! Formation! Stand ready! To battle! For China! Attend!
That's just the scorpion. That's just the scorpion routing them. That's just the scorpion routing them.
To attention! To battle! At them!
Oh man, that's just the scorpion. That's just missiles, man. They got routed by missiles. That's all it was. It was just missiles. Wow.
Heal yourself!
A comrade is being attacked!
Take
When
heed,
you have sons,
warriors!
you have generals. Simple as that.
Cavalry, stand ready!
I'm gonna give birth to the first female general in history. That's gonna be like American female general, like Secretary of Defense. Yeah, she's gonna be the Secretary of Defense. She's gonna be Mulan. There's 130 men left. Out of that, they just ran at it. I don't blame them. Scorpion, man. Oh yeah, that's right. The mindset between $1 million and $1 billion is like, but when you work with a bunch of millionaires, it's like, got you. You just gotta educate them. If you can educate a millionaire, man,
It is just as it should be.
got it.
Taking the settlement. I will rid China of strife.
Alright, so the goal here is to give this back to you through trade. You're gonna give me a lot, sir. You're gonna give me a lot. Did I pass your name? Oh.
Welcome.
I must have.
Come in.
Must have. Oh. Should I give you that, right? 16. What? What about trade agreement? The trade agreement? That and a trade agreement? There's nothing. That's fine. You're gonna no. You're gonna pay me. You're gonna pay me. You're gonna get me out of depression, my friend. What you gonna do here? Yes, sir. You're gonna get me out of depression. I'm not in depression, but I was just about to be. Uh, about 5,000. Will pay me 5,000 in total for that, and on top of the trade agreement, which is like beneficial for the both of us. So he could give me food. He just doesn't have anything else. Yeah, you're gonna get me out of depression.
A reasonable offer.
Oh God, you're gonna be the reason why I hire everybody. Man, this guy's on a run somewhere. This guy's trying to run somewhere. He'll suffer from nutrition or attrition. He'll suffer from attrition or anything. Now all I gotta do is just come down here and just liberate that.
Chaff must be promptly
Liberate.
excised.
Liberate. Keyword. Oh, that's a +1 that's starting. What? Oh, that's a +5% to your, and your redevelopment cost is cheaper. And +2 morale, move faster. That's a +1 to like start recruits though. For all recruits. Like for everything. For everything. Right? I need to. He's got 3 more. Oh man. Turns. Yeah, realistically, he's a better. He's, yeah, way better. He just be way better. 8's firm, but I guess he's a general, so
My
it'll have to
lord?
fly. You are a general, so it will have to fly. Minister camaraderie, and then yep, need that. Then oh, doesn't matter. What we will do is this. +2 cunning. Need. Damn, I should have got that. That would have gave my cunning a lot better. I would have more military supplies. I would have made my cunning a lot better. Authority. That's alright.
My lord, how can I serve?
That's alright.
People are migrating here, but there is still more work to do.
Spear. Yo, you can get a glaive. Oh no, we're just gonna give you the glaive. Why not?
I answer, my lord.
I could give you the steed. No, but you're a strategist. You don't even need a horse. You just need to sit there and look pretty. Yeah, I might just give you the steed. It's everybody's satisfaction. How's everybody feel right now? Lack of desire, lack of purpose. Desires for higher court position. Oh no, you did. They both desire higher court positions. I can't afford. Well, I could afford it now. I can afford it now. Just do that right now, right? And then that was just one turn away. Need more public order, and then we'll be sitting in a good spot. Yeah, we just need, and then we'll be able to slowly roll our commodities out of a depressive state due to rebellion and family issues. Slowly roll our way out of here. I need to come over here, make sure this is gone. That'll be a headache. Just gonna roll down here and just roll all the way up here, and hopefully stop whatever is up here. Uh, okay, we're just gonna do this now. I'm not gonna move corn. It gives me better savers. Allows me to have a trade agreement. Another trade agreement. Income from commerce. What am I making from my real estate? That's my father's real estate. Yeah, my father, Southside was broke. Southside was piss poor broke and hid under his father. And his father gave him a good salary, a damn good salary, basically, thinking that his son was going to succeed him and take over the land. And then I just went ahead and just like ran somewhere else, which hurts them, but realistically doesn't hurt them. If it hurts, but it doesn't hurt. If I can get something down here, and then I can just trade with my father and just make sure things with my father like stay like good shape. And then where I'm looking for let's turn out. Let me see. Come on. Okay, so 280. 280 for comments. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh no way. Right, yeah, right. I know, right? That'd be that is the plan. The 10% from comments. I'm gonna do that. Uh oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. It is. It really is. This is I actually really enjoy this game. I've only played it I think just like my I put a couple of hours into it, but I never really completed a campaign. I only completed one campaign, and that was it. I know it was crazy. It was hectic. I wasn't very diplomatic. I was very I was like Genghis Khan. So there was a lot of conquer this and hold it, conquer and hold, and it was the hardest thing ever. So I'm looking to be a lot more diplomatic with this campaign. Hopefully, I can. If my diplomacy is where I think it is, I should be able to maneuver through a lot of this map without having to be Genghis Khan. Let's see here. Need to figure out. Oh, that's what it is. Uh, this guy's gonna pay me. This guy, I'm gonna feed this guy. I don't farmland. And like, you got fish. How do you have -4 food? Oh, that makes it so much easier. Yeah, I'm looking to try to figure out what my next like my next or my next plays are. Is what I'm trying to figure out here. Because everything's very awkward. I should be up here right now, realistically. Like the prince is up here, that guy's up there, like everybody's up here. And so the Yellow Rebellion, there was one guy who was just here, and then the Emperor I guess sent his main force up here and took it out. And like the Emperor's just moving stuff up here, so I should be up here realistically with everybody else, but I ended up coming down here and doing this deal with Wan Shao, which basically led me out of a very economical, depressive state because I didn't spend a lot, but I spent a lot more than what I should have, and so to basically fix that, because I had to like exempt people from taxes, so they had to do like 2 or 3 seasons of an exempt an exemption. Oh man, hello? Yeah, why? I can come get it real quick. Well, I'll be back in just a bit. Um, should end my turn right here. Wait, can I move?
Fear no one.
No, I can't move. So then, yeah, I'm gonna end my turn. Well, I missed the turn here, but shouldn't be that bad. Oh, what's this? Oh, oh, you know what he's doing? You know this guy, he's coming down here to take this. He's moving all the way down here to come take this piece of land. I think. I think. I think. Literally, I think. Uh,
China's plight demands merciless action.
3 turns.
Spare none. Strike
Wow,
hard.
that's interesting.
Mercy is a luxury.
Uh, uh, yeah, apparently I can hire like a white tiger and then he's an advisor. I also have like a thief that I have on assignment. That basically I was supposed to execute in the beginning of the game, but I ended up hiring her and oh man, excuse me. And she basically just runs my assignments for right now. Uh, Need a general here though. Uh, he's a better duelist. Uh, he's part of the rebellion, but I don't know what the computer has and store and plan, or I don't know what the computer's doing. I see this, and this wasn't here just a second ago. So I'm trying to figure out. Only thing I can think of what the computer has in store for this being like the Emperor. It's coming all the way down here because this is next to the Han Empire. So just trying to understand. I should be able to realistically get down here before then, but at the same time I don't know what's down there completely. And then I might need assistance, I might not, but I mean it doesn't hurt. What it does hurt though is the fact that like they could get overran up here at any time. I played several campaigns where like the rebellion became just unstoppable. They were just unstoppable. I mean they were as far as like down here, and then they took all the north and all over here, and I I was like, man, I don't know what to do here. But you know, just trying to be a little bit more diplomatic is basically I don't know, it's helping a little bit more. I haven't I mean it's still kind of early for them to like they're still like expanding up here. Like just about 2 or 3 turns ago, Liu Bei was up here. Like 2 or 3 turns, Liu Bei was here, and now he's gone. And there was somebody else who was up here, and now they're gone. And so they're still expanding, and it's not very like the infrastructure here is like pretty weak. It's like tool makers and iron mine, bunch of like industrial stuff basically. And then this like city all at the top is like super small. Oh, it's under siege. Never mind, they're up here. Oh no, everything's under it's a giant rebellion. It's just the public order is just horrible. So that's what it's really coming down to. And this guy's still here, but uh, I should be up there somewhere. Or at least I assume. I assume I should be up there. I'm not too entirely sure. Matter of basically getting this commodity to where I can at least leave it here, surrounded by like the rest of my allies, and then just kind of just like wipe that out, and just move up through the coast and see what happens here. But then see here, this guy. Oh, so I could possibly trade with this guy if
Excellent. Talk.
uh the food. Uh, uh, realistically, this guy. Just attitude. I think everyone's still in the alliance. Yeah, everyone's still in within the empire. Uh, Uruguay is alright. Uruguay is not bad. This guy's sitting on like farm and fish. He's sitting on fish and farm, and I think I never had a fishing port. I haven't played anybody yet. I haven't really played this game as much as I should have. But I do know what like some of the commodities are, and so like the farmland gives you food, and then the fish gives you food. But you can trade the fish. You can turn food. You can turn the fishing port into a trading market for fish, or you can turn it into a food production market for like basically producing food for your commodities, which is pretty cool. And then the farm you can turn into a farmland garrison to where you're basically housing and replenishing troops, or you can turn it into a production house where your agriculture is just producing a lot of food for commodities. I have a livestock, which basically goes into I think this is my livestock. Oh wait, yeah, one's my livestock. This one's the livestock, and so this one basically gives you like you get prestige from like all of them. So like you get prestige for like all the commodities, and then it gives you 80% or 80 plus. It's not like anything that gives you percentage. It's just like an additional like bonus to what you're actually making for your like your revenue. But then you get like it's just mostly producing for like food. I'm trying to see if I can. Here we go. Uh, okay, so never mind. Okay, so no, this is what I picked. You have two choices, and there's no other choice for the livestock. So the livestock doesn't change. There's no other option to upgrade it or convert it into something else. And so basically, you're basically looking at it just gives you income off of peasantry and farming or food. It gives you food production and
Nature's splendor is revealed to us once more.
gives you food production and what do you call it? Income from peasantry. And so there's three, I believe, three sources of income, which is commodity, or I mean commerce, peasantry, and I think industry. And then I guess trade. I guess trade is its own thing. Diplomacy would be like trade would be like trade agreements, and then breaking trade agreements is like it's a diplomatic call it what do you call it? There's a word for it. Like it's not good. Basically, it's a specific word for it. It's kind of like treacherous. It's like treacherous basically. It's like a treacherous movement. So you're not really there's no benefits to actually breaking a trade agreement. But with the diplomacy is what basically I'm kind of doing here, where I could actually what I would actually want to do, what I actually should do is do this right here with this guy. He's like a pacifist. So
Good to
everyone
see
has
you.
like different attitudes. Like this guy's like a pacifist, so he's not really, which is awkward because he actually, being a pacifist, he actually moved against the Yellow Rebellion. I can go back to his. Okay, kind of buggy. Okay, so yeah, like there was a rebellion here, and he kind of moved north against it and captured it. And he's a pacifist, so it's kind of like weird to see him do such movements. But in
Excellent.
regards to like
Talk.
everything, diplomacy trades would be like this right here. So like I would just give him like two food. Oh, that's my mom. And then I would like request. My gosh, I would make that much off of it. Okay, well that's not even worth it. I'd rather just give him two food basically. So normally I would get like money off of like normally I would offer some people would be struggling to where they need food. and then I'll get like a payment. I'll either get like a lump sum. I can request for a lump sum, or I can just get like regular payments. And as you get more money off of payments, that's just kind of how it works. But depending on the level of seriousness they need it, the score goes up. So the higher the score, the more likely I can get more money off of them. But then that would be like that's just diplomacy. Oh well, I was supposed to do that. I was actually trying to give him food because actually realistically that just
A
trade
pleasure.
is very different
Your
in this game.
proposal
Like
humbles
a lot of
us.
people don't know how to trade, and so you gotta put in a lot more than what you're willing to put in. And as long as you're willing to put in a lot more than what you're willing to put in, my gosh. Oh my gosh, I gotta fold a bunch of clothes. But yeah, basically like with trade, you have to put in a lot more than what you're expecting. So like, and then if you're wanting whatever you're wanting to trade, normally the computer has like the harder the difficulty, the harder it is to get it what you're wanting from off the trade. So if I was like, if I wanted to capture, I'm about to go capture this commodity down here. I captured this commodity down here and I trade it to like the Han Empire, which the Han Empire is they're rich. They're holdings. They're basically like uh like a holdings for the empire. So they're not even this is like the bank of China right now. This would be technically the bank for this emperor. So you have this emperor which holds the current emperor that holds basically these commodities, and then his son or the prince, and then basically the dynasty would be the Han dynasty, which would be their holdings for most of China. And so right now, what's happening is that there was a dynasty up here, but then it turned against the empire, which is they I guess just mal-neglected, and overworked, and people just starving and stuff like that. Just a lot of issues that you would have like whatever within any time of history basically. There's been plenty of issues like this, but I can come down here and trade it with the oh my gosh, that's not what I was trying to do. Come down here and trade it with the Han Empire and get money off them and basically sell like real estate. Basically, I'm coming down here to capture real estate to like sell it to like the Han Empire, which is originally theirs. This is originally theirs, but they don't. The Han Empire is very passive, or it says Imperial Holdings. I didn't even realize that. I wasn't paying attention to that, but yeah, it's Imperial Holdings. So it basically is a bank. So and then yeah, everyone has their own like he's a trusting diplomat. So like I can basically have stronger deals with somebody like this, and they might not break it. There's like protective overlord. What is he? Who's this guy down here? Second Marquis. He's an arrogant opportunist. So basically, I would have to watch for this guy. But he's got a good relationship with everybody. Even though he's an arrogant opportunist, like
Welcome. Come in.
he'd basically be trying to conquer as much land as possible or anything like go he'll probably come up here realistically as soon as I take this before he does or like he fixes any of this stuff, he'll probably come up here and help me fight realistically because he's technically an arrogant, if I read that right, an arrogant opportunist. So as soon as I capture this land, he'll either come this way or he'll probably go after Gondu and try to like conquer Gondu, or he'll probably go north with me. But I mean, there's only one way to find out until I actually come over here and take this land. It's it's a really good game. Like I've never really a lot of people won't play something like this. It's very like very thought heavy. A lot of like thinking and gotta like process what you do. But I think oh something else I wanted to do here. I'm just trying not to forget anything before I like end my turn. Like that's one thing I constantly do is like I think about like making sure I just have everything before I just end my turn because you'd be surprised sometimes. I played a campaign where I was just running through turns and I just horrible. It ended like in a day. And so I've been taking my time with this campaign and just analyzing what's been going on. And for the most part, like everything's somewhat within my control.
The strong
It's a weird.
prevail.
It's not really like I'm not really calling any shots. Like Cao Cao, his story is basically like he was broke. He was a poet. He was basically a songwriter or a musician of the sorts, and or he was an author basically. And he studied like Sun Tzu, and basically in times of like when the economy was breaking down, like how we have here, and the rebellions were rising. Oh, he's really coming down here, and basically he didn't hide, but he basically went under his father. What in the hell? Oh, coming down here. They're coming down here, and they don't need to come down here. I don't know. Um, and then he's trying to kill this guy off, and so I'm doing my own thing because the computer, not even the computer, doesn't make like the best decisions. But Southside was basically originally where I left off was he ran out of his father, and basically when he went to go stay with his father, he technically got an allowance from his dad to basically help run the land. And so his allowance was to basically run like the security of the land, from what I'm basically judging from like or analyzing from like the situation. And they don't really go into it much, but that's just kind of like how it plays
Generals
out.
wounded during
And
battle or discovered to be enemy spies can be taken.
I got you.
For China!
And so basically, I built the military, and instead of succeeding my father, which my father was right here, father was way down here, and so instead of like succeeding my father and taking over this land and running this land, there's a lot of family issues down here. So like Sun Juan, Sun Jane, Sun Wan, Sun Jane, Sun Nine. I'm not sure. Chinese is very strong, but they didn't get along, and then Li Hong got along with my dad, but then he didn't get along with Sun. It was very tied up down here. So like basically, I would have been fighting a rebellion, and then I would have had like no help from anybody basically in my situation. So it was just best to get out. This guy is now suffering from attrition because he's been defeated in battle with no military supplies. And so what they did here is when instead of just being able to
Lead
march your
strongly!
army around or willy-nilly, you have to watch your military supplies. And so if your military supplies runs out, that means you can't feed your army, you can't replenish your army, you can't do
For
anything with your
unity!
army because there's no supply route to actually uh like feed your like to supply your military. So basically
Chaos's
you
vacuum
have your movement,
creates heroes.
or they call it the action points, and then you have your military supplies. So right now he has no military supplies, and when you don't have any military supplies, stuff people start to wander off. Like people just start to leave the army, and so
We must consider the
he'd
bigger
vanish. Like he
picture.
couldn't even attack what he has here, even with with these two generals. He wouldn't be able to attack this camaraderie by himself because this camaraderie sits with well actually he could. Actually he could, realistically. I'd beat him now. I'd beat him realistically. We would share roughly. Yeah, I'd beat him realistically, hands down. His general would die. Like his general would fall on like this halberds. There's only three halberds in here. So basically, there's three halberds, and then there is an archer, a missile group, and they're all like fully replenished. But then it's a matter he wouldn't be able to he wouldn't be able to siege me is what it is. So like if he was to attack me, I could beat this if he was to attack me. But if I was to attack him, I would lose. But the thing is, what he could do is he could siege me, and instead of being able to like he wouldn't be able to sit there long enough to siege me. Like these guys would run out, his general would probably die, and then so like he's just
Ever
sitting in a spot
expedient.
where he's just kind of running around like doing whatever. And so I can completely ignore him basically and just continue to keep coming down here. I don't have to pay him any. Oh, they took it. Wow. Okay, well then see, I mean, stuff like that happens. So like, oh, it was him. Oh wow, he was already on it. Okay, so then like, it's just less work to do. So now I don't even have to come down. I don't even have to. I didn't need that province. I just needed his camaraderie from one show, and trade it off for like sell his own real estate,
Remain resolute.
and then Guess I'll
Difficult
just
times
finish
call
this
for
off.
difficult choices.
I don't even think he can run anywhere. Nah, he can't even run anywhere. That's crazy. It's very like, it's like politics 101. That's what it really is. But it's like Warhammer's more dynamic. Warhammer is very dynamic when it comes to combat. The Warhammer is more fun to play if you're playing Total War for like the combat of the game. So if you're trying to like fight army on army, trying to just be that general, like Warhammer is where it's at realistically. And so they're gonna make another one, and that might be a little bit more political and diplomatic than Warhammer 2. So they're coming out with a third one, and then with that, like like I said, it's a lot more opportunities at hand. But this one right here, like this is like strictly like politics 101. Like they did a really good job with this when it comes to like put like the commodities and then just the diplomacy, and they updated it to where like last time I played this, it wasn't like schemes and stuff like that. They were it was very different. It was very basic, and they just updated it. So like I'd prefer if they don't make Warhammer 3 like more political realistically, and just keep this one as their political, like their training for like politics basically. This is like a really good way to like understand politics without having to I guess really get like so heavily involved into it, or like but this is a good way to like like test and trial and error than to actually be a politician and actually like try trial and error as a politician. Like there's many different things you can do as a politician that can like you can like harness your skills. You can read, you can do many different things, talk to mentors, you can do a bunch of stuff. But then there's a lot of politicians that just are just politicians. But I speak for America. They just I don't know, man. Like somebody just got caught like paying for Cash App and Apple Pay. That, that's just crazy situations. Just very crazy situations that you just it's really hard to talk about because it's like, man,
Crossbows, stand by!
you would expect like a little bit better than that. Like even if I was a politician and I was
Steel
like wanting to mingle with
yourselves!
a woman, like I wouldn't
Stand
really pay a
ready!
woman. I wouldn't pay a woman at all. Being a politician, like that's
Stand
just
ready!
it's crazy. Like you're already a
Full
politician.
attention!
Like there's not many people that are gonna like really. Politicians aren't liked in America from
The
my
time
grasp
has come!
of everything.
Heal yourselves!
Uh, let's see here. Will he run?
Take heed, warriors! March quickly! Go, go! Prepare!
Let's see here.
Ready! With speed!
I'm playing on a
Quick
harder
march!
difficulty, so I can't like on easier difficulties you can zoom, like you can move away, or you can like yeah basically move away from your army a lot farther than what you could. And then there's another viewpoint where you can zoom all the way out and it'll give you a tactical map.
The
And
time
so
has
you can
come!
basically give orders off a tactical map.
Go!
There's a
Go!
way to pull up that tactical map. Well, no, I can't do it because it's on a
The
difficulty.
time has come!
But there are like on lower
Double
difficulties,
time!
you'll see a better how do you say interactive like interface with like combat. So you just get more stuff to do with combat, like just more viewpoints and better things you can do. On higher difficulties, it's like a little bit more it's higher difficulties, so it's less you can do. And then the computer gets smarter
Our men have been discovered!
as you basically increase your difficulty. So it's not like certain how do you say uh previous Total Wars. Some previous Total Wars, like I play like Shogun, and like the computer always sits on top of hills, and they just sit there. If they don't sit on top of hills, they'll basically actually I'm gonna move on
Ahead.
this guy.
Make ready! Steel yourselves! Prepare! Make haste! To attention! Go! Go! Arrows!
trying to make a move on this guy.
Take heed, warriors! Wait for orders! At the ready! Ready! Take heed, warriors! Stand ready!
It's a very like
Make haste!
interesting game, basically. I don't understand, like, it's not much here. I just don't want to
At
like
the ready!
waste a bunch of troops.
Your rebellion is over, scum! Enough expository nonsense!
Our men are spotted. Attack! Prepare! Make ready! Strike! The time has come! Enduring as the earth! Move! Move!
Ready! Faster! Do not relent!
Cavalrymen!
Show no mercy!
Kill them! Mounted soldiers! Run! Run!
Move, move!
Face my blade!
Quiet now! The adults are fighting!
To attention! The enemy warriors are running!
Oh.
Ha! To attention!
I took a
Make ready!
beating, man. I really
To
had to.
attention! Cheers, soldiers!
Took a heavy beating there. Well, it wasn't like a heavy beating, but like I shouldn't have lost like what I did there. Look, I'm even down. I'm down to like six halberds, and that's just off of like a bad tactical movement, basically. When he was like as low as he was, like that could have been like halberds or something. But I mean like there's only 20 realistically. Now that I actually think about it, there's only 20 to cavalry. There's only 20 men to people that are on a cavalry group. But it's still very like still a heavy hit realistically. I probably walked into his halberds. He has zero spears. He has spears, man. Oh wait, no, they're all spearmen. Never mind. But yeah, call it a decisive victory, but you know, still a hit. Was that about? Come on, free college grants, top online business degrees. I'm like, I might do that.
Another step towards order.
Hmm. I could have his head, you know.
May they remember my mercy.
I could.
You fight for me now.
Oh, so worth it. Worth it. He's got nothing. Um. See, this is better than this. This is technically better. But I need chi. And for this, I don't. And
The absence of people is indicative of China's sickness.
tea. Like, what do I like? Tea. I don't even know where tea is. I don't even know where I would be able to find something like that. I don't even see it. Oh, there it is. It's way in the south. That's just one. Up here though, I don't see any tea up here. For rebellion to be like, yeah, I don't see any tea. So if you do that, if you just we're just gonna gotta complete that.
Unite or die.
See, I'm not a high enough prestige yet to basically lower and raise taxes. I can't do any of that yet. Credibility. The credibility goes up by +3 due to my imperial favor. Basically, I could make mm, yo, I want this with the prince. The prince, with the prince. The prince is like, I feel like he's the key to like all this. It's not the prince. Maybe a little bit more like diplomatic would be 10 turn cooldown. 35. On a 95 with him. On a 52 with him. That's a +50. That's a +50 though. So with yellow tournament rebellion up here. '85. '80. 39. I'm in a pretty decent spot realistically. I'm not in a worse spot. I just don't have any weight. I don't hold any weight to do anything. So
Lead by example.
it's kind of like willy nilly do what I kind of want. I don't really pull any weight, so it's pretty weird. Oh, it's too. Uh, this has to be fixed. Public order is like constantly going down, constantly. Oh yeah, I would definitely need this. Yep. Yep.
With
Well,
vision.
okay. Oh, I should have looked at who I could hire. Oops. That would have been a good move. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you.
For China!
I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. Saying.
Be still to sense the smallest drops of knowledge.
Oh, okay. So my public order went down because I wasn't in my commodities, and the rebellion was standing in my commodity. So my public order is actually back where it should be. So I can just continue to build, 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 build. Shouldn't. There we go. This is livestock. Yeah.
With due process.
Nope. Whoop. Now I got to be cautious of what I do here because if I hire too many people, you know my tiger's gone. Most of everybody I hired has no like past loyalties. Like that's me. He was loyal to me. His past relationships was with the Han Empire, which is good because that comes from that's like the public hope of the empire. Like no past loyalties. She was a bandit. Like no past loyalties. Like hiring somebody from like who worked for Li Hong is like well he's not in the bad spot. Oh yeah, he's not on Empire. Yeah, he's not in the bad spot at all. I've actually earned their favor. This guy's so Liu Kang. If I hire anybody from Liu Kang, it's not worth it. Li Hong's in a better spot. And Swan James is in a good spot realistically, which is interesting. Um, I could actually hire somebody from Li Hong now, and it wouldn't affect my like relationship with anybody too much. Hire anybody from Liu Kang, no, that's the iffy one. This guy's everybody's attitude is pretty good now. The Yellow Rebellion is like swept up from out of the area, so now we need to just kind of like build ties and connect, build relationships with each other, and just kind of fight the North. There's a lot of family issues down here that have been situated. I could hire somebody from he yeah, I could do that. But the thing is, I don't really need to. She's 43. She's actually relatively like she could die within the next like 20 years realistically, which is scary. Um, Flaming shot, most definitely. Um, I cannot see. Cannot see. Let's see if I could see what they have here, military wise. I would be able to understand what I need in my military. Just
Making my way.
going up in here real quick
I return. Summon my advisors.
and recruit. Uh, see here. Who's under attack? They're pushing too. Yeah, I could walk all the way out here with a military and fight this guy, but that'll take like 20 turns, and then there's no telling what the rebellion is going to. So, I need siege equipment, basically. That's all I really need is siege equipment. That'll take me 3 turns. And then, yeah, that's a 1200. Trade agreement stays, but then the diplomacy that I get from Lee Hong, I paid Lee Hong. What is that? Okay, so then I make money from the Emperor. I'm taxing the Emperor, basically, off a mandate. And then with him, I have a trade agreement that lasts. Well, the trade agreement's forever, but he pays me for another 7 more turns, 520 gold. Or it wouldn't be gold, it's, I'm not sure what Chinese currency is called, I can't pronounce it correctly. So, nobody around me other than this guy actually my assistants.
Welcome. Take a seat.
Oh, so this is beautiful. So like he's actually like struggling. He's actually looking for food, and I actually have food for like sell. And then so I'm just gonna request a regular payment because apparently he got no money. Yeah, income is. How do you? Gosh, man, sitting on a. Oh, you're just sitting on a commodity. Things like this is gonna cause issues because he's a pacifist. This guy is trusting, so they just need. This guy's gonna starve. This guy might starve. It's like his people realistically, and his situation here is that his people might starve. Like he's already starving. That's and in order to keep a rebellion from starting here, you would have to feed him. And that's it, just to keep the rebellion from spreading here, because the rebellion would muster and then take him over. And then so to stop the rebellion from mustering here and then taking over his camaraderie and then throwing his camaraderie into the hands of the rebellion, we'd have to feed him. And so it's like the Peter's not gonna do it. He has no farm, he has no nothing. So like as his camaraderie grows, like he won't be able to like sustain it. The only thing there's only two things that I could really do here is either wait for him to like have the rebellion and muster and then move an army over here, like prepare an army for so late in the future that I would have to come over here with that second army and then take over the Yellow Rebellion, but like as they muster and just prepare for it before they hopefully it's not soon, but then start telling like how many turns it's gonna be and then how bad his starvation is. Then he's barely making any basically. So it's very interesting. It's a very interesting situation I didn't see until now, and so I would have to feed him. Like if I didn't want a rebellion, because the rebellion here would basically throw a lot of this into chaos. Like rebellion here would basically mean that he would basically cause my public order to like fall over here, and then like hurt the public order over here, and hurt public order over here, because that's what the rebellion does. It's hurt your public order. So then people will start to like destroy like the structure of your economy just through not working. Just horrible, horrible ways, man. Rebellions do horrible things. So let's see here. I still need 8 food. So it'll be another. Seems like the prestige isn't. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I would need a better camaraderie. Um, I need another assignment. What I need here. He's coming back from an assignment. I have to put her back on assignment. Or I could put someone else back on assignment, that might help. It's like this guy's bringing in a bunch of resources. He takes this 30% minus corruption, which is really good. Corruption cost is cheaper, slightly smaller. It's like 6%. Uh, I have to say, I have to be on 10. So I guess now we're just going to is that the plan? I guess I'm going to be following the prince, because that's kind of what I've been doing here for like the past bit. I've just been following the prince around and just understanding his movements. We'll just follow the prince, and then we'll just follow the prince all the way back up here.
Some have a destiny too great to die easily, whereas others would quickly fall. Some are merely wounded to fight again. No one is immortal, and death comes to all in the end.
Us. Is he that does that mean that he's it does. Okay, so then he's not dead though. But it's the thought it was like a well it said character
What do
word
you
up there,
wish,
but
my lord?
turns.
Progressing.
Time to consider events.
This would help me a lot, basically. That would help me a lot. There's one thing down here like additional army. Test farm distribution. Okay, so I would need this in order to upgrade my farm. That'll also give me more prestige. Lumber, fishing. I just looked at. I think this is government support. Oh, it's more fishing. Fishing just has its own thing. It's just punishment. Okay, so I need this. Yeah, I need this. This is what I need right here. I need something I would. This is something I would need. This is something I would need. That would also unlock. I think that was a heavy halberd. Really good. But really from all sources. History. My comments. It's like that sounds a little bit bigger than the C-130. That sounds smaller than the C-130. That sounds a lot smaller than a C-130. So this would help a lot.
All must unite.
Oh, how do you bring in? How do you how do you do such a thing? I don't think I have any buildings that only 20 upkeep return. That's 50. Uh, they both do the same thing. Won't even. Oh, okay. Never mind, never mind. There's two different assignments here. Tax collector. My woman is a tax collector. He's collecting tax. So what Lady
Restore
Bang does.
harmony.
She's the IRS for my commodity.
I will rid China of strife.
Another assignment slot. It's an administrator position. Public order, commodity, production, assignment. This goes into no. For that though, just for one, you know. See that'll work though. That would work. Smell.
Only feeble wills seek compromise.
We're just gonna upgrade the livestock completely. Livestock. Just gonna make a bunch of food and then start selling food. Use that money to just build the rest of this commodity. That's what we're gonna do here. We're just gonna make sure the food production is so damn high. Livestock. That's only a 7. But that gives you income of peasantry of 2. Not the war. This right here is what I want. Yeah, I want that. Oh my god, exploded me. Excuse me. Uh, see here. Gonna do. Alright, well, save it here. So we're gonna do. Then we're gonna do that. Call it quits there.